you're on the hunt for a brand new home and you find two, the same builder, the same neighborhood, the same floor plan, but two different prices, and you're trying to figure out which is the better buy, let's talk about it. So this is the first of two homes that we're going to be comparing today. Now, it's not just the inside of the home, but also the exterior elements that you want to take into consideration. So for example, this home only has a single gate. Double gates are really popular here in Arizona. People like to park their toys behind them. So that is something you want to keep in mind. Now, this one does not have the room for a double gate, but if it did, having this electrical box in the front is going to hinder whether or not you're going to be able to eventually add a gate and whether or not you're going to be able to store anything behind that. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, when you're looking at the front of the home, there's always a different elevation. For example, this is elevation C. Elevation C typically means you're going to have stone or rock or something like that. The roof line's a little bit different. You are going to be paying extra for a C elevation, but keep in mind when it comes to resale, you really are not going to be able to recoup that investment, so it's not necessarily always worth the money. Also, this home does have what we call north-south exposure, which is really popular in Arizona, so that's definitely a plus. Now, let's go take a look on the inside. Okay, so let's compare the interior of the first one. Now, this home's going to have a den up here in lieu of a bedroom. Typically, there's a fifth bedroom here, but this is going to be an open den. Also, half a bath right next to it, as well as a coat closet. As you come into the main living area, you're going to notice all the storage, extra storage that's in there. Huge walk-in pantry, laundry room over there, kitchen to your left with stainless steel appliances. Quartz countertops is going to be standard. Now, when you're buying new home construction, another thought to keep in mind is whether or not the builder is going to complete the landscaping in the back. It's very rare for a builder to do it, but this particular builder will install landscaping for you. It is uncommon, but again, something to keep in mind because it will add an additional expense to you. Now, when it comes to selecting the right lot, one thing you want to keep in mind is what it backs to. In this particular case, it does back to power lines. Although it may not bother you, that is something that a future buyer will be looking at when it comes time to resale, possibly something an appraiser will mark off when they're doing an appraisal on your home when it comes time for you to sell the home down the road. So again, just a couple things to keep in mind with new home construction. So let's tour the rest of the home. Now, in here is bedroom number 1. Hall bathroom is of course in here. Bedroom number 2, bedroom number 3, and of course the primary here, which does have a large walk-in closet, as well as your primary bathroom here with your water closet, oversized shower, and of course dual vanities. Now, let's go check out option number 2 so we can figure out which is the better deal. Okay, so now we're at option number 2. Again, same floor plan, same builder, but let's take a look at the outside first. Over here, you do have a double gate. Again, very popular in Arizona. People like to park their toys, so you do have that double gate. You still have the upgraded elevation with the additional stone. What I like about this lot is the fact that although it does have the electrical boxes, they're on this side of the home, so it's not going to interfere with, parking behind that gate. Now, you also have nobody next to you. You have nobody that's attached, and look how far back those houses are. Really gives you a nice private backyard. This is the only variation in the floor plan. They did make this the 5th bedroom, where in the other model it was a open den. This is going to be a true 5th bedroom. What they also did was make this a full bathroom instead of a half a bath, but otherwise the rest of the home is exactly the same. From the cabinets to the counters to the flooring of the bedrooms, the layout of the bedrooms, everything else is exactly the same. But let's go ahead and take a look at the backyard so we can see the differences there. Okay, so now we're in the backyard. Now this one does have what we call east-west exposure, which is not as popular in Arizona, but it is what it is. You do get a larger backyard here. Again, they will landscape this backyard. You have what we call view fencing here. Now, although it gives you, it makes it a little bit more open, it still gives you plenty of privacy because we are in an elevated lot, so anybody walking by really isn't going to be able to look into your backyard. And what's great is your neighbors back there are a pretty good distance, so again, a pretty private backyard. Really, your only connecting neighbor is this one right here, and as you can see, you can't even see their home. So let's go inside and let's talk about what I feel is a better deal between these two homes. Now let's talk pricing. These homes are only $1,000 difference between the two. So first one, we had a 4-bedroom plus a den with a half a bath. Exact same interior everywhere else. Now it does have the north-south exposed lot, however it does back to power lines. It also has a single gate versus a double gate. In this floor plan you have 5 true bedrooms, 3 true bathrooms. You do have east-west exposure, but you have a little bit more square footage in the backyard, and you also have a pretty private backyard. Even though it is view fencing, you don't have any neighbors directly around you except for one. Now, when it comes to resale, what is going to add value to this home that I'm standing in here is the fact that it does have 5 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. That's going to be something that an appraiser is absolutely going to give value for. With the other home, they will take off that it's only 4 bedrooms plus a den. Also the fact that it does back to power lines, you're probably likely to take a hit on that as well. So because there's only $1,000 difference, this by far is definitely worth the value when it comes to resale homes. So this would be the one that I would be recommending my clients buy when it comes to picking between these two.